Planet Zoo has been rated E10 plus by the MSRB for crude humor, mild blood, and mild violence. It has been approved for all persons ages 10 and over. This video is brought to you in part by The Night Sheriff by Phil Foglio. Bartholomew Xenon Land is protected by the Night Sheriff. Day and night, he's burdened by a witch's curse to be aware of all that live and play within the massive fantasy theme park. Now an attack on the park by a monster hunter who knows far too much threatens everything: the guests, the staff, and the supernaturals who take refuge in the park. The Night Sheriff must scramble to uncover not only the source of the threat, but the secrets of the park of which even he was not aware. If he doesn't, he may be doomed. The park may be doomed. And even the world may be doomed. And that's a lot of doom. Go to Amazon.com for your copy today. Hey kids, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Planet Zoo, and welcome to a brand new zoo project. After the last one, very successful sandbox zoo, I decided that what I wanted to do was I wanted to play a franchise zoo. Now, franchise zoos in this game mean that you have to concentrate and marshal your resources. You can't just build whatever you want. You actually have to work within a budget, not only of cash, but of conservation credits. You can burn through conservation credits very quickly if you're not careful, because animals are expensive. So after I get these facilities, this is all the staff facilities. You notice they're not they're not decorated. I'm not decorating pretty much anything just yet. And the first thing I'm going to decorate is going to be the habitat, because you got to get money from the guests. You have to convince the guests to donate to your zoo, and the best way to do that is through education and appearance. If the zoo's appealing and it teaches them something, they will give you money. And that's what you want. You want them to give you money. So that's basically everything I'm doing here is to get the guests to give me money. Sounds mercenary, and you're right, it is. So what I'm building here is I'm building a habitat for the common warthog. When you're playing, another tip for franchise mode players, when you're playing, if you haven't done it before, when you're playing franchise mode, you want to start off with animals that have lower appeal values. Warthogs, llamas, flamingos, peafowl, that sort of thing. And you want to build upward as far as the appeal rating of your animals goes. Because if you put the high appeal animals toward the front of your zoo, the guests will never go back to the back of the zoo. They'll come in, they'll look at you, say you're putting in West African lions. That's the highest appeal animal in the game right now. West African lions have the highest appeal rating. Say you've put them in right at the front. Well, that's the big ticket item. Why would the guests ever want to go anywhere else? They come in, they look at your lions, they walk out. And all those other animals that you spent time and money on go unobserved, and it just makes the gameplay hard. So anyway, like I said, I'm starting off with a relatively low appeal animal, though I like them. And when I say relatively low appeal, I mean that means that the guests will go to other animals first, unless you force them to, because they're not. Warthogs are not as glamorous as gorillas or lions or cheetahs. I like them though because they're nice, reliable animals as starting zoo animals, and they fill a good niche. And that's what we're doing here. We're going to be putting in the starting animals first. Plus, they have a lot of interesting toys. Their terrain is not as limited as you might think. And they're fun to watch. They really are. They're fun animals to watch. So I like to start off with warthogs with franchise mode, and that's exactly what I did here. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you have the time lapse. Enjoy the music, enjoy the build, and I will talk to you when it's all done. And here we have the finished habitat. You may notice a couple of changes from what I had built originally. That's because I did take a look at it afterward and decide to make some adjustments. I'll point out one. I exchanged the desert rocks for these blocks. I like the look of it. It's more regular. Also, I'm beginning to replace the chain link fence with these fences. And this is an expensive piece right here. This piece, you know, it took me a little bit to build it. So I'm not going to be, you know, immediately dumping everything into replacing them. I'm doing it slowly and as I can afford it. And we're about to have an educational talk. That's a good thing. Educational talks lead to donations. But the warthogs are happy. They are healthy. They've got everything they need. They've got toys, they've got food, they've got space. And it is just a good-looking I mean, look at this. This is a good-looking habitat. If I don't, you know, if I do say so myself. And there goes the educator. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, by all means, please hit that like button. Comment below. Let me know what you think. If you got any suggestions, I'd appreciate hearing them. If you want to make a request, I'll take those too. In any case, if you haven't already, how about thinking about subscribing, especially if you have liked more than 2 or 3 of my videos otherwise. I mean, after all, you already know that you like my content. And that right there is why I'm not getting rid of the fence completely, because they can climb up that wall. That's okay. Warthogs are clever creatures. I'll see you in the next video, guys. I think it's gonna be, I don't know, maybe peafowl? I want to do one more base level animal where the appeal rating is low, and I'm thinking it's gonna be peafowl. Alright kids, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.